What's up, guys? So let's talk about my daily routine. Well, what I do twice a week, every week, in the reptile room. What's up, YouTube? It's Baker. Welcome back to Blue Line Morphs, guys. Listen, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the notification bell, give me a thumbs up, comment down below, man. It really helps out the channel, really helps us grow. We're really growing really nicely. Didn't think I'd get this far. I'm really happy. Thank you guys so much. Have an Instagram channel, blue_line_morphs, Facebook page, Blue Line Morphs, everything's Blue Line Morphs, post office boxes, P.O. Box 747, Patchogue, New York, 11772. Everything's down in the notes in the comments down below. It looks a little dark in here, guys. This ghetto Halo vlog thing that Rob left for me when Shelby and I were chasing around one of these escape rats. It fell over and I think I broke it. That being said, it's probably 50 bucks. I'm going to order another one, but it looks a little dark in here. That's why. I apologize, man. Listen, it is Wednesday, okay? Yesterday, quick update. Yesterday, driving home, it was like snowing, raining, did a little overtime, rushed in here because it was raining. I think I mentioned it last video. Had 3 successful locks. Really happy about it, guys, this week. What I'm really happy about is that banana pied to that pastel enchi pied locked again. Could not be happier. Really excited to produce my own pieds here. The Coral Glow Black Pastel Trick Mojave male locked with that big old pastel girl, so I'm happy about that. We're definitely cranking. We're definitely moving along here. The Bumblebee locked with that Puma, so we're doing all right, man. Rats are doing well. Everyone's doing well, man. Tortoise, Sulcata, everybody, Shelby. We're all doing well. There's your update, okay? Here's your Thursday update. Shout out to Joe from Empire State Exotics. If you guys aren't following his channel yet on YouTube or Instagram, definitely go check him out. The guy's collection is insane. Actually, I have 2 videos on my channel about it, so check them out. Going snake to snake in his ridiculous collection. He had his first clutch 2 days ago, yesterday. He was really happy about that. So go give him a congratulations. I'm super pumped for him, and like he said when he was texting me, kind of validates us doing all this shit, right? You actually produce your own eggs, right? I did that, killed the first clutch. Anyway, we're doing good, guys. Listen, no real update besides that shit. Realistically, guys, today's video, I got a lot of questions. I always post, like, on Instagram, I'm doing, like, spot cleaning and water, right? That little gay selfie, right? So everyone's like, what do you do? What's your routine in your reptile room? How do you keep your tubs clean? What's your kind of step-by-step process? And how do you maintain, like, your snakes just being overall healthy? So I thought what I'd do today is I would just show you. I have to do this today anyway. So today's video is exactly that, guys. I'm just going to show you my daily routine, how I clean my tubs out, how I do spot cleaning, what I use, kind of my method to my madness, how I mist them, how I keep the humidity up, and stuff like that. So I'm doing a couple tubs straight up in front of you. I don't know how it's going to work out. It's a little more difficult because I have the tripod there. But I have all my stuff over here that I normally use, right? The cool black gloves everyone uses. But we're going to go through this right now. I'm just going to get started and kind of just go step by step of what I do and why I do it, okay? Let me try to find a halfway. All right, there's a shed in this one. I want to find a little poop. Oh, hey, jerk. Alright, I don't know. They're not too messy, unfortunately. Let's just grab this one, okay? So we're going to grab this tub here, guys. And the first thing I always do is I have the water there. Now, regardless of how clean the water looks to me, I always swap it out, alright? Just because I have clean water. It's a clean animal. It's a healthy animal. Standing with people, dogs, everything else. So straight up, all I do, I have a big old Home Depot bucket. It saves me running back and forth. I keep it here, I dump it in the bucket, I keep shit moving, alright? What I do too is I look at these cups, right? I have all these cups up here, you guys can't see them, but I have a couple of sleeves of these cups. What happens is, especially when these females start to like cool seek, because they're trying to like save that sperm, if you will, they'll start like moving around a lot towards the cool section. What happens is they end up knocking some of this cocoa into the water. So sometimes it actually stain. Actually, Big Mama's is stained already. I'll show you that in a second. Actually, I'll show it to you now, right? I'm talking about it. Please don't bite me, Big Mama. Ah, look at this. This is disgusting. But if you look here, Big Mama's got a big old shed. Okay, let's dump that out. That's gross. But if you look, Jesus. If you'll, you see how stained that becomes? Okay? It starts to have these little rings. Now you can scrub it, you can clean it all you want. It's really not going to become clean. I got to go back through hers in a second. So once I see that, I'll swap that out, man. Right? I'll get rid of that. But if it looks pretty good, Like this one looks all right. It looks halfway decent. What I'm going to do is I just kind of wipe it off. Give it a once over. Make sure everything's good. Sometimes some of the water gets stuck in the cup holders of these tubs. I just clean it out. All right. With that being said, once that's done, what I normally do is first I have my glove on. These black cool gloves, right? Everyone's got the black cool gloves. Why? Because you don't want to pick up snake shit with your bare hands. But there's poop here. Excellent. So nasty little girl. Here she is. Another Aussie Boyd snake. I know you want to bite me. Really cool looking animal, right? She's getting big really quick, guys. She's about 1,100 grams now. She is my Orange Dream Fire. My Orange Dream Pastel Fire Leopard Yellow or Asphalt 100% head pied female from Aussie Boyd. Really good looking girl. Really excited to get her going next year. So every tub, I'll go through it. You find the poop, okay? I take that out. What I do is I scoop up some of the surrounding area where the poop actually is. I clean it out, make sure everything's good. What I always do too is I look at the hides. Because often what will happen is they'll take a poop like almost in their hide or in their corner, and that's filthy. So I'm not trying to put a hide back in the snake. That's disgusting. I use this disinfectant here that doesn't have any real chemicals in it. All right. And I look around the hides. I look around the outside of the tub. She is not happy. Like right here, you see there's a bunch of poop like kind of like sprayed up against the side. So what I'll do is I'll use my paper towel. All right. Give it a little spray. I just try to keep the outside of the tubs clean. Now, when I actually do change the whole substrate and do substrate, I'm going to knocking this thing over again. When I do the whole substrate swaps, I do actually like power wash the actual tubs. But for the most part, when I do this is how I break it down. Now, the other thing that I do often is I have to rotate this substrate, okay? Now, I'm not putting Reptile Chip down by any means, but it is much smaller than like the Coco from Freedom Breeder. So what happens is when you have a larger snake, and not that she's big. What's the matter? It's okay. She's having a bad day. When you have a larger snake like this, not that she's that big, she'll have 1,100 grams, it starts to compact some of this stuff. So just take a look at how that looks right now, okay? Especially when they start knocking water over, it gets clumped up, and that's how you're going to start developing some of that fungus or something you get mushrooms growing. So what I do is I literally mix it all up, man. What I do is I take the cocoa fiber, especially with the smaller, I don't have to do this as much with the Freedom Breeder. With the Reptile Chip, the cocoa that's down near the cool end, that's constantly having water in it, I'll kind of swap it out with the stuff that's down near the hot section. That way everything's kind of dries out a little bit on me, and one area is not constantly being soaked, which can, obviously lead to start growing some bacteria, growing fungus and stuff like that. Get some of those gnats, and you don't want all that shit growing in there. So I mix it all up, I break it all up, that way it's not all matted down, okay? I give it a once over. Now make sure I don't put any cocoa back in there. I give it a once over. This is a quick little demonstration. Then I got my little handy dandy lemonade stand thing. Honestly, guys, I just fill it back up. It's really that simple, okay? But that's how I clean it out. That's how I make sure everything's good to go. What I do too is to make it further for my humidity is I use one of these guys. I should have had this over here. I apologize. Oh, get this thing out. So in order to keep this humidity going, keep it up, I do this. What you're looking at here, I do every Wednesday night across the board for all my snakes. And I do it every Sunday also, okay? All right, this is like the thing you use for like the chemicals, a little spray bottle, right? The pressure spray. Make sure it's all good. Make sure the water's room temperature. I give it a nice over once. So you see guys, they'll use, some guys have hoses in their facility. I don't really have a hose. Obviously, I'm in my bedroom. Well, not my bedroom, one of my bedrooms. Give it a nice spray around. Make sure everything's nice. Not soaked, not crazy, but enough to generate some nice humidity, okay? Now, if when I'm doing this, I start to see that some of my snakes are going to shed, right? You start seeing them in blue, or you start seeing them getting those eyes, I'll make a mental note of that, or actually sometimes I'll write it down if I have a lot of snakes in blue. I'll give them a little extra humidity. I'll give them a little more water. Now, instead of doing this Wednesdays and Sundays, I actually do it 3 times a week. So what I'll do is I see they're in blue. I'll do it kind of like my posting schedule. I'll do Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday just to give them a little more humidity to get that nice shed out there. Because nothing worse than a snake that's stuck in shed. She's fresh out of shed, which I'm really happy about. But that's kind of what I do at least twice a week, guys. I go through each and every single one of my tubs. I clean out any sheds. I clean out any poop. Any urates I can pop off. I got some shed stick right here. Any urates, I'll clean all that out. I take a look at their hides. I clean up any fecal matter that may have been spread along the sides, right? You can see it. Make sure you always have fresh water. And make sure the bowls are good to go. You don't want any bacteria. You want your snakes being as healthy as they can be. So that's something that I always do. And to keep humidity up, I do spray it down with that little spray bottle. So that's a quick little demonstration of what I do for each one of my tubs every Wednesday and every Sunday, guys. Okay, it's worked really well for me so far. Takes me what 40 some odd snakes here. She's gonna tag me. She's a nasty little girl. It takes me about, if I'm cruising, I got shit to do, I can get it done in about an hour and 15 minutes. Most of the time, I'm having a beer or having coffee. I'm chilling, listening to music, watching Gomez, right? Watching Sal on Gomez Pythons on his. Put my little phone up there and I watch. It'll take about an hour, hour and a half, give or take, guys. Not bad, but again, I do it twice a week. Make sure everything's copacetic, everything's clean. You don't want the shit sticking in there. One of the main things that I have to say, though, guys, if you use a Reptochip, is you got to break it up. Let me show you some of my bigger girls. I got a snake in there. Some of these bigger girls. Okay, see, now look at here. Let me show you guys something. I really want to talk about breaking this up. First and foremost, when you use the Reptochip, if you look how like matted down that looks. Can you guys see? Very matted down looking. So what I do is, I think breaking it up is really important. Let me show you the difference real quick. You see how that looked there? Kind of like all compressed and pressed down. The snake really, the heat's, it's kind of like a barrier between the heat and the elements, so forth. Once you break it apart, it gives it a much better look. And most importantly, it's better. I feel like it's better for the snake. It doesn't have as much moisture or bacteria or fungus or whatever the case may be, kind of getting stuck and matted down in that cocoa. Especially when I switch the cold cocoa, the cold side of cocoa to the hot side's cocoa. That way, kind of switch it up throughout the tub. But that's what I do twice a week, guys. I hope that answers some of your questions. A few of you guys were asking me what I do to maintain some of my tubs or what's my cleaning method. That's all, man. Rubber gloves. Little disinfectant spray, all-purpose multi-surface cleaner, paper towels, and fresh water, man. It's really not difficult. Just got to keep up with it. I think it's imperative, especially when you're breeding. You're keeping any animal, really, right? You want them to be clean. But that's it, guys. That's my cleaning method. Clean up the shit, clean up the skin, and give them fresh water. Not really that hard, right? Twice a week, then missed it. Make sure they got the right humidity. All right, guys? That's the end of the video, man. Stay tuned for Saturday's video. I'm pretty much going to rip off of everyone else who's done it. Their tops, oh God, it's going to fall. Top 5 snakes they got in 2020. Honestly, I got all my snakes pretty much in 2020. So I'm just going to give a little recap, okay? And what I consider to be my top 5 snakes. That's Saturday's video, guys. Hope you guys have a good week so far. We'll see you Saturday. I greatly appreciate it, man. Always, I messed up my only tagline. Listen, be safe. Please remember, always watch your 6.